Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Welcome, one and all, to the Dukes of Gaming podcast. I want to thank everybody for choosing to hang with us for the next hour and some change as we bring you into our world of video games in a special week in the world of video games. You can find us on your favorite podcast service, watch us live on Twitch, and watch us later on YouTube, whatever you prefer. And as always, I have the pleasure of being joined by my fellow Dukes of Gaming, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Joining me first and foremost, he longs for a media of yesteryear. Coming to you live from VA, we have the Duke of Nostalgia, Taylor. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing lovely. How are you doing, Thomas?
Got the sniffles, man.
I'm sorry.
I got the sniffles, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. We have a lot to get through. It's been a big week in gaming, so sniffles be damned. But glad you had a good week.
Thank you.
And of course, second foremost, he is that Nintendo hater you know and love that plays his games on hard mode. He is the Duke of Education, Alfredo. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm, not gonna lie, getting a little bit taken aback, not going first for so many weeks, but hey, change is needed, right? And I'm willing to step down for my first place seat.
So I think somebody mentioned that last week too. So, like, everybody is a fight to go first. Everybody wants to be that first foremost. I don't know why.
I think it was me. I think
it was Ben. I think Ben was shocked that he went first.
Okay, that's probably what it was.
And I was like, hey, gotta spread the love.
I mean, fine is what I'll say to
Welt. Well, I hope you get used to it. Welt. We always have to start this podcast with the age-old gamer question. What have we been playing this week? And I'll go first. I'm short and sweet. Getting through Xenoblade, of course. I am on the last chapter officially. I Googled it. It's almost done. I'm almost done with this dream/nightmare of a game. I'm going to be thrilled. Hopefully next time we talk, it will be completed. I did get some news on the Discord that one of the Dukes is thinking about starting their playthrough. Which Duke? I'll leave that to your imagination until they're here next week. I don't think it's either one of these two. But it could be.
I'm thinking about it, but too many games on the docket. I do have a question though, Thomas. How many hours are you in?
I am approaching my 93rd hour of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, this is with me playing a good amount of the side quests. This is with me really getting invested in the open world. So I think you can, if you mainline it, you probably could get it done in 60-ish hours. But I feel like if you're mainlining this game, it's not going to be much fun. So yeah, it's not like mainlining something like Horizon or God of War. It's like when you mainline those games, you still feel like you're getting a complete experience. I don't know what this game would be like if I had just played through all the story missions and nothing else. So,
but you're enjoying it, though,
that's
right?
That's my week. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my definitely a game of the year contender. But we will see where it lands. But there's a game that's not going to be a game of the year contender that I am playing that's going to be releasing next year, and that is Forspoken. And that is because, and we'll get to how I've been playing it and why I was able to play it, but I've been playing the Forspoken demo, which released on PlayStation 5 on Thursday night. And this is exactly what I thought this game was going to be. I thought the actual gameplay was very good. I thought that the story was interesting. I thought that it was very isekai, which I knew it was gonna be like that, but it was very much like a new twist on it. I do. So I like that. I liked it, but I like the fact that it is a different type of main character. You really she has a potty mouth, man. She curses almost every single breath, and honestly, it's kind of a breath of fresh air compared to like because everything in this game looks super like Final Fantasy. So it's really interesting to see this black girl who's cursing like a sailor just in this world. It's very interesting. And I'm all for it. So I'm not gonna pre-order it yet, but every day I'm getting closer to just pre-order it because I know I'm gonna want to play this release day.
Fair
I think
enough.
the core combat's really good. I think that the core mission structure is really good. It's not an open world, but it's definitely like a it's very close to open world, but it's still kind of closed off compared to something like even something like Xenoblade. But I've been having a good time with it so far. I
That's awesome to
cannot
hear.
wait. I'm gonna probably play something tonight after this. So
Yeah, I actually started playing
yeah,
this
I'm
game.
excited.
I started playing this game as well, and I wasn't going to talk about it because I only played it for about 15 minutes, 30 minutes maybe max of this demo as well, because I've been all over this game and I want this game. And my reaction to it from when I played for it a little bit is at first it struck me as something that didn't look that great, which I was a little surprised about. But when I started playing it, I don't know, for me, it wasn't really clicking that much. Just the fact that I don't know, they have some weird fish lens going on when it comes to like a lot of the text, so I hope they change that. But the combat itself, I feel like I didn't put enough time in it to be able to master it and have a good time, because you do have to like shuffle around like spells basically very fast, and I figure you're in this demo, you're kind of dropped into in the middle of it, kind of where you have a lot of things, a lot of spells that you can transition to and stuff. So I think it would be interesting and easier if we started from the beginning and had one or two spells and gradually grew from there. But I am excited to try it out for another hour, another 2 hours, see if I can get good enough basically to enjoy the combat. But yeah, it's a little rough starting out, a little bit of a learning curve for me.
Yeah, I feel that. I felt that way when I first started it, but it changed the moment that I was able to switch to the like sword weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that feels good. Like this feels good. And the other thing I will say before we move on, DualSense functionality feels incredible with this game. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to.
That's important.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important to a lot of us. And it's like every single step you feel the DualSense. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. This game, it looks fine. It doesn't look like a Horizon. It doesn't look like a God of War. It doesn't look like a Demon Souls remake. But that DualSense functionality feels next gen. And
Nice.
so hopefully
That's what you're paying for.
That's
Right.
what you're paying for. And hopefully our PC brethren can experience it the same way on PC. Cause I think it's day and day on PC as well.
And the keyboard just starts shaking. It's just...
Keys start popping off when you do spells.
That's immersion.
That's immersion. But we shall see. But that's all I've been playing this week. Short and sweet. Why don't we go to the streamer himself, Alfredo? What have you been playing this week?
I haven't been playing that many games actually. Sadly, I've been playing some Overwatch because
What kind of gamers are us?
I don't know.
Bad ones.
Okay, I'm working on it. But I have been playing one game pretty consistently. I don't have a ton of games to talk about, but I have one game that I've been playing consistently, and that is Marvel's Midnight Suns. I wasn't gonna get this game. I was not gonna get this game because I wanted the Callisto Protocol, which came out the exact same day. Unfortunately, as you guys know, that game sucks. Apparently, Thomas could tell
can
us
I
first.
Can I propose something for you? I just want to really quick. Can I propose something?
Yeah.
I want to refer to that game as that which shall not be named going forward.
Okay, well, I was gonna get now that should not be named the game, but we're not doing that, right? So I was like, hey, why not? Marvel Midnight Suns is getting great reviews. I'm into turn-based tactical games. I like games like XComs. I like card games. This game has all of that. So I'm gonna buy it, and if I don't like it, I'll return it via Steam, because you can play like 2 hours, right? And then return it. And I didn't expect myself to like this game as much as I am loving this game. So basically, like I said, this game is a faux card game. It's more, the best thing I can describe it as is it's a JRPG, but with Marvel characters, basically. So you basically have, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Iron Man, all these characters, and then some of the less well-known characters. You're teaming up, trying to defeat the mother of all demons, blah, blah, blah. You're doing superhero stuff, right? So what's really cool about this game is that it blends the card build deck building extremely well with the JRPG mechanics, because essentially you have a party of 3 people. I wish it was more, because I want more like Marvel people on my team, but you have a party of 3 that you take out to all of these different missions, and you have a separate set of 8 cards that you can build for every single character, which is basically like their move set. So some people can like go Super Saiyan like Captain Marvel. Some people can do like taunting. Some people are built like tanks. Some people are damage dealers, healers. You have those roles, but every person has different cards that you can kind of specialize them into those different roles. If you want to make somebody more damage or more healing or more tanky, you have those the ability to kind of like make them your own, not in a traditional tree like JRPG tree option, but more like with the cards themselves, which you can upgrade and stuff. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun getting new cards for people, being able to upgrade them, and not only that, but not only is the minute-to-minute gameplay fun, but what I don't enjoy about it is actually like the in-betweens where they have you like walking around and doing more Persona stuff where you're like getting to know people, like their backstories and stuff like that. What is good is the actual storyline. The story in this game is really good, which I am shocked by. So basically how it works is that in this game, you have like a traditional mission structure, and the story is delivered in between all of these different tactics levels via cutscenes. So you're getting these really high quality cutscenes. All the characters are talking to each other. There's some like Avengers Infinity level like set pieces going on in these different levels, and it's really intriguing. It's really good. It's really fun. Another cool thing about it is that they kind of force you at times to use people who you wouldn't traditionally use. So if you don't like the character of Blade, too bad for you. Sometimes you have to pick him for this particular mission because like his role in this is important. Like in the cutscene, he'll be talking about specific things, or he might have specific subset of moves that will be beneficial for this combat scenario. And sometimes you get to be like, oh, cool, this guy's really cool, or I want to start using him. All in all, this game is awesome. I'm loving the combat, loving the story of it. Not so much loving Persona, but I think this game is well worth the $60 price point because it has like 60 hours worth of gameplay, even more than that. But yeah, great game. They also have you moving around the institute, basically, where you just literally walk around and try to find items. Those parts aren't fun, but everything else is great. I would highly recommend this game if you're a fan of JRPGs and all that, and of superheroes. Great time.
See, $60 seems a little high for like an IP called what, the Avengers? Because I've never heard of that. Is that some Japanese thing?
It depends on who you ask, really.
Yeah, that's some weird. The Avenger. That sounds like some weird stuff. I don't want to get involved in that. So
and that's
not for
fair.
me.
That's fair.
Not for me.
Interesting. I'm curious about it. That $60 price tag is probably going to keep me from getting it.
It's worth it
because
it's worth it.
It's just I feel I can
Anything
feel the
worth
time
$60.
sink.
Yeah. I mean, look, the way I look at it is that I've already put 10 hours into this game, and it's great, and I know there's probably 50 more hours to come, and it's just a good time. Like, of course, you're not getting like Game of the Year worthy, right? It's a JRPG at the end of the day. If you like those types of games, this is a JRPG that's worth it. You guys do not look convinced.
I'm just mad at the shade that was thrown to Xenoblade Chronicles 3 right there. But
I didn't say anything about it.
You said it's a JRPG. It's not gonna be Game of the Year. Like,
I mean, it wasn't.
My heart just sunk like a bit. I'm like, oh man.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Well, good pick. I think I am gonna pick it up at some point. only heard good things, but the Persona like vibes that are not apparently that good kind of makes me not want to do it. But if it's for 30 one day, I might pick it up.
Well, I mean, maybe to me, it's not that good because even in Persona, like I wasn't a fan of that part of the game either. I was never a fan of the social part of Persona. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask, and if you do like those aspects.
But see, I've seen gameplay, and I've seen the dialogue. I've seen it, and I've seen, like, not to spoil anything, but I've seen Blade like, oh, I want to ask out Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
like, I'm like, y'all are superheroes. Like, what are we doing right now? This is not high school.
This is a little weird, but Blade is being a little awkward. But
like, that's not the Blade I know.
I will say
that's not Mahershala Ali.
Look, I will say the dialogue is pretty good in that they keep with the Marvel style, like the Marvel movies. They have that same sort of feel in terms of the banter and the terms of dialogue. Like it does actually nail that part in terms of the corny jokes and all of that.
It's cringe AF.
A little bit, yeah. But some of it is very playful, and I think they do a good job, especially considering this developer only used to do XCOM stuff. I'm pretty shocked at how well they have executed a Marvel game.
Well, hopefully more eyes get put on it. I've heard good things about it, so hopefully more people end up playing it, including myself and maybe Clams. But speaking of Clams, what have you been playing this week?
Nothing. Tell me who won. I want to know who won. Tell me who won.
You've been playing nothing?
I passed.
So he's been playing who won the Game of the Year prediction.
I want to know. That's all I want to know.
So
wait. You got to break it down in terms of first place, second, or do it reverse.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay,
that's all I'm gonna do. I was gonna go weakest to winner.
Okay, cool.
Weakest to winner.
It's definitely me being the weakest.
So coming in fifth place. Clams.
Damn it. That's the last place I wanted to be in.
Sorry. You get a participation ribbon. There you go.
Coming in fourth. That sounds stupid. A tie between me and Alfredo.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. So we're both third place is what we can say. Technically.
No, we're both fourth. We're both fourth place. Oh. I mean, if you want to be glass half full, we're both third place.
Okay, cool. Yeah, third place. I'll take it.
Coming in second, Chris.
Our guest. Nice.
Damn it, Ben.
Which means coming in first, West Coast represents Mr. Cloud Chamber certified and the tallest Duke by a wide margin, Mr. Ben.
Boo.
It's an extra foot.
He's not even here. He's just like he's probably listening, like probably just like a soft yes.
Wait, okay. Now do tell us, like, how far was his lead? Was it significant or was it a close race?
It's all by one. It's all by one. Like everybody's separated by pretty much 1 point.
Wow, so it was
because we all got like the major categories pretty much right. Everybody got art direction and game of the year right.
I'm afraid it was all those stupid.
Yep, that is what separates.
Hey,
I said it.
It's the esports
categories. It's like I know gaming. I don't know that side of gaming, and that doomed us all. So
hey, I'm just saying. But if it wasn't there, then it would have just been an even tie. Then is what it sounds like.
Next week, I will do the calculations for who would have won if that wasn't the case, and that, in my heart of hearts, will be the true winner.
Okay, let us know. Hopefully, it's not Ben again, but we'll see.
If it's Ben again, then he just deserves.
I want to see a break. I want to see. I forget what I voted for. So if you post in the Discord what we each voted for, I just want to see what I got right.
I just remember during the Game Awards, I was like, damn it. I feel like I got every single one wrong. I was like, what? Who voted for
I got some key ones that I was like not confident in right. Like Multiverses won more than I thought it would.
That's shocking.
GT won. That got me some points.
I voted for that, I think.
You did?
Yeah.
So, and Elden Ring did what we all thought it was going to do.
Yes.
I think we all kind of predicted like Elden Ring's gonna win the big awards at the end of the day, but God of War is getting something.
Did you give me the points? Did you give me the points for the for
Hideo Kojima prediction?
Hideo Kojima.
Did anyone's predictions come right? By the way,
let's go over those then.
I know mine didn't.
So I said Elden Ring DLC. They announced fucking DLC the day before the Game Awards. So I feel like that should count, but it doesn't. So I was
and also
infuriated.
You said paid, right? Or did you say free actually?
You like trying to nail me down. I didn't write down what I put. I don't remember.
Dang.
I think Thomas fought for free.
I can't remember.
Pretty sure I said free. I was right. They just decided to announce it the day before. So
doesn't count.
It was rigged. It was rigged from the start. Kojima does something wild. Whose was that? That's Clams, right? Yep. So you got that.
You gave him the points. Wait.
Well, he did. He did announce. He hung out with Robert De Niro and Reggie, and he announced Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, everybody else was. That's the thing. Clams was the only person that got something right. Everybody else was wrong.
Boom. Man. That's a win. I'll take it.
Because you said Naughty Dog has 2 projects. They had none.
Exactly.
Spider-Man 2 gameplay.
Okay, first of all, wait, one. Thanks Electric, for just subbing or for just following us. Second of all, it was rigged. Okay, that was rigged. That should have never happened.
My pick was literally right, and they did it the day before. That's why it's rigged.
No, it's rigged because Naughty Dog hates me. How many years are we going without them announcing any sort of news? Like nothing.
5.
I was foolish. Exactly. And I was foolish for believing this could be the year that we would get multiple announcements. Ugh.
Well, look, there was multiples. There was a whole entire console that didn't get anything, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Can I get extra points for Hideo Kojima taking weird pictures of Jordan Peele in his house?
Did that happen? I must have missed that part.
Yeah, Hideo Kojima had Jordan Peele over at his house, and he took weird pictures of him from far away. It's very strange.
How do people hang out with Kojima? Is there always
I don't know.
Is there always a translator on site every single?
That's a great question.
But you go on his Instagram page and he's hanging out with everyone. He's hanging out with weird French supermodels. He's hanging out with Jordan Peele. He's hanging out with Robert De Niro. He's hanging out with Elon Musk. He's hanging out with.
He must have found a way to communicate besides talking.
Yeah. I think he talks a little bit of English by now, right? I think he talks.
I don't know. Every time I see him as a translator. Maybe anybody listen to the podcast?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Is there maybe there's a translator on that too? In which case, I don't know how people listen to that, but I might have to give it a listen. But yes, overall, Ben won. Good for Ben. I'm happy for Ben. It was rigged though.
It's so good for that bastard. It's so good.
He had insider knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Disqualified.
He's gonna be like, what's it called? Yuji Naka. He's next.
Stop the count. Stop the count. It's rigged.
I'm headed to Washington tomorrow. It'll take me 20 minutes to get there. I digress. Those were, of course, our Game Awards predictions. And of course, you could watch our episode last week to see us naive souls predict the Game Awards, and then you can come back here and see our disappointment in the fact that we lost,
and also grade what actually did happen at the Game Awards.
Absolutely. So yeah, now we are in the part of our show where we should now talk about what actually happened at the Game Awards besides our predictions. I don't think anything surprising happened. I thought it was. I'll start. I think this is the best Game Awards I've seen. I think they did a really good job overall. I would argue
it looked professional, super pro.
I would argue it might be the best award show I've seen in a long time.
That's fair.
So I give them a lot of credit. They had the right amount of announcements. They had a right amount of celebrity appearances. I wasn't expecting the amount of celebrities that were going to be on hand for that. I was like, okay, there's some support there. And it's always good when the best man wins. and it reminded me. I know Alfredo doesn't like Elden Ring. I know he's Elden Ring hater.
I didn't say that.
That's me putting words.
All you ever say.
Okay, if you say so.
Quote unquote, Elden Ring is not as good as Strangers of Paradise from
what
Wise Man.
Oh, actually, I did say that, and I'll stand by it still.
You also said Elden Ring not as good as Banjo-Kazooie. You said Elden Ring not as good as Bravely Default. You've got a lot of hot takes, Alfredo.
Well, that second one was correct, the Bravely Default one, but
wow.
I knew you liked Bravely Default. I knew it. I called it.
That's been on my bucket list for years to play. But yeah, I think that this was a really good awards show, capped off with one of the best endings to an awards show I've seen in a while. I thought that, I didn't know Bill Clinton was nominated for anything. So that was a big surprise. Was
that dude anti-Semitic?
I would say no.
I didn't even hear what he said. I was just like, it's over.
He said,
I don't know what he's saying. I turned it
off. I nominate. Yeah, Thomas, go ahead.
He said, I want to know. He didn't say I nominate. He said, I want to nominate the Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton.
I want to nominate this award for my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton.
What?
Thank you.
He's like, thank you.
Oh, I literally didn't even hear what he said. I was like, that was weird, but okay.
But now, not to bring politics into a discussion about Bill Clinton, but he was, as Vice Media, a trusted news source, pointed out, that kid was wearing Yeezys. He was wearing Kanye West shoes.
Well, can I throw something out?
What?
Yeezys are pretty comfortable. so maybe he wanted to be comfortable when he was crashing this award ceremony.
Fair enough. Okay, so that kid is named Matan Evan, and he is a big supporter of Hong Kong independence.
He's the one who did the I think at the league event, right?
Clippers game.
He also did something at a league.
Else? He's known for other things.
Yes, he's done multiple things.
He ran onto the field at a Clippers game with a Free Hong Kong shirt or something.
This is just something he does. Like he regularly crashes events.
Apparently somebody was like a friend of his, and they were on they were playing Warzone, and he said, I'm about to do this, and he said on Warzone how he was about to do it, and they're like, no, you're not, you're lying. And Lord and behold, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. I gotta respect this kid. I'm sorry. I cannot find it in me to be mad about this. I think it's amazing. I think from a security standpoint, they need to hire different security for next year.
No, but honestly, he's proof. He is proof that if you just act like you're supposed to be there, no one's going to question you.
I thought he was supposed to be there. He was chilling in the back. I was like, "Oh, this kid's weird bed anyway."
It was because he apparently, if you watch the video, he was escorting them up. And so he kind of was had the appearance of an usher.
Right.
And so it didn't, and he was standing in the back. So I guess they all kind of thought, okay, he's with the award show people.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I do think he is a bit of a troll. He's 100% just a troll.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Even though I've seen some online discourse saying that he's trying to make a political statement, he did say something pretty stupid. It's really incoherent what he said, not just because of his accent, but because it doesn't make any sense. It's so open for interpretation. It's almost like super handcrafted trolling. It is so perfectly manicured to be discussed online, which it was. Because I nominate this award for my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. None of that means anything.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Wyoming, Kanye West's head exploded.
He's like, this kid gets it. He gets it.
I feel like Kanye would not have liked what that kid said at all. But
yeah.
I bet you Kanye thinks Bill Clinton's Jewish.
Kanye is probably like, I got you, kid. I understand exactly what you meant.
Hey, cool shoes. Cool shoes. Right.
He's like, I understand dog whistling. I get it. But yeah, no, I just can't be mad at this kid. Like, like, what is there to be mad about? Like, they were like really making it a big deal. Like, if you saw it, like you saw Jeff Keighley's face, he was like, I could murder this kid.
I do like that Jeff Keighley posted on Twitter that the kid was arrested.
I didn't like that. I'm like, what? Like, what did he like? Look, are we gonna say trespassing? Is that? That's probably what the crime would be.
I mean, technically, yeah, right.
I mean, it's not like he crashed the State of the Union. Like, he crashed the Game Award.
I mean, but yeah, it is kind of it is a security risk, which is bad.
But that's trespassing.
Well, there was a couple months ago, there was a woman who just pretended to be a deaf translator, an ASL translator for Joe Biden. She went up at like one of his press conferences and just started going like,
really?
Yeah,
I did not know this.
Yeah, she got in a lot of trouble.
I'm sure.
Yeah, like, I'm sure he got arrested for trespassing, but he was tweeting that very same night, so I don't think they really had a case against him. Now, I think that they could probably sue him for damages, but let's be honest, who did he damage?
He made that event more talked about.
I feel like Bill Clinton is the only person that's within their right to claim damages.
Okay, so Bill Clinton, he doesn't sleep because he drinks children's blood, but he woke up that morning and he looked at his phone and he was like, Hillary, what is this? Because he's dying.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Oh my god!
Gosh.
I think that people are being very cruel to this kid. He just pulled a joke. I feel bad for Hideki. I'm sorry, Hideki. From Software's main director, who's directed all the games. Hideki Miyazaki.
Yes.
Hideki Miyazaki.
Who's the Hideki who makes Bayonetta then?
Another Hideki.
There's so many Hidekis.
There's so many. What was the last name again? Ooh, sorry. Miyazaki. There's so many Miyazakis too. There's Miyazaki from Nintendo, and then there's this Miyazaki. So
it's literally like the name John.
I wonder what the Japanese equivalent of like John and Bob are. But I'll look that up later. Yeah, I feel like
in anime, it's Oni-chan, right?
Really?
Right.
Yeah. I only know one.
No, I'm lying.
I was like, what?
But I mean, I think that besides that foolishness that happened, I think this was definitely the night of From Software. I think that From Software definitely had, like, in terms of the Game Awards and who got the most out of it. You got them winning awards left and right, and then they go ahead and announce their next game.
Did they win that many awards?
They won the ones that mattered.
They won 2 awards. God of War won everything else.
No, they won. I think they won 3. They won Best Game Direction, Game of the Year, and Best RPG.
Oh, they did win Best RPG.
Did Genshin Impact win?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Well, Genshin Impact won Best Mobile.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they definitely
Pretty sure
won.
Marvel Snap won that.
Oh, excuse me. Well, they won another award when it was against
I don't think
Sonic.
Genshin won anything.
It won something. I'll look it up in a second.
No, they won that Best Player's Choice thing.
Yes,
they didn't count. We
yes,
didn't do
that's
that
what
one.
they won.
Yeah. We didn't do that one.
Oh, thank God. Because that sucks.
Yeah.
That's no offense, Alfredo, but that sucks.
I mean,
but
what, Genshin sucks in particular?
Yeah.
Genshin's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
If you play Genshin Impact, you should be immediately banned from like 50 feet of a school. Wow, I mean, like,
strong opinions here.
What if you just have it downloaded to your computer, but you've only started a couple times?
Well, okay, to be fair to the Sonic players, I mean, the Genshin Impact players who are fighting against the Sonic players, if you play Genshin Impact, stay 50 feet away from a school. If you play Sonic, stay 50 feet away from everyone else.
There you go. There you go.
So
only
you can go to the school though.
But no, as long as as long as
I thought he meant from
you gotta be 50 feet away from everything but a school. If you
exactly. You'd have to go back to school if you play Sonic.
Oh man, the image of that's hilarious. But we had a lot of great games that won. Of course, we talked about Elden Ring, God of War. Was there anything that we were surprised by?
I was
like any awards that went out that we were like, huh, like wow. I feel like to me the night kind of went as we all kind of thought it would.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some awards though that I was like, oh, I can't believe this specific thing won this category. I can't believe this one. There were some of that, but I was more interested in the actual announcement. So
the only game that I was truly shocked by was As Dusk Falls winning Games for Impact.
Yes.
That was one where I was like, wait. So we're going to pick the game that the theme of it is don't shoot people.
I think
don't murder people. So that's the point of the game.
I was with you, but after they won and they did their speech, I was like, okay, I guess I could see this, because they were talking about how, you know, it is a lot of it is about PTSD, specific PTSD, excuse me. And how, you know, the past comes back to haunt you and dealing with mental health and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can see that. But at the same time, I also haven't played any of the other games other than As Dusk Falls for that category. So I was like, okay, I could see it.
Fair enough.
You both played Stray, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it deserve best breakout indie?
No, it did not. It didn't win.
What was on the list of
Neon White, Norco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors? Three of those I know are better games than Stray.
Absolutely.
I think Vampire Survivors kind of got shafted there a little bit.
Because it's not a funny game. It's a good game.
It's a gameplay game. It's just gameplay.
Stray won I think it won all of its categories it was in except for Game of the Year, which is ridiculous. But Stray,
I only won two. It only won two categories. The indie categories.
Won three. I can't. Well, regardless, it's the equivalent of upvoted because of cats.
Because of cats.
Yeah. It's upvoted because of cats. People love cats, and that's why it's fun. That's where I'm at. Okay.
I know you hate cats, Alfredo.
Yeah,
I know.
I hate cats. Good game. I played the game. I did. I finished it and everything.
But it's worse than all the rest of them.
It's worse than a lot. There are other games deserving.
It's definitely worse than Neon White. I haven't played Norco. I think it's better than Vampire Survivors from what I played of both. And what was the other game?
Tunic.
Tunic was great.
Alfredo played Tunic.
Yep.
So definitely
Tunic was
one because of cats. I think the studio might just work on just using cute animals as their main.
I think they're gonna do a dog game next. That's what I was like.
They might do a puppy game.
Yeah,
I think my dog Ace. I think he'd be the perfect candidate for like a Yorkie game. I think that'd be perfect.
Either they're gonna do like Stray 2 because it did so well, or they're gonna do a dog.
It's gonna be called Two Stray.
Yeah, a game where the Queen of England's Yorkshire Terriers have to stop assassination attempts.
Wow.
That'll be the game.
I would play that game.
Yeah. And it will probably win best debut indie again, even though it won't be the debut indie.
20,000 great indie games come out, and the one that got the most Twitch views wins.
Yep.
So
makes sense.
Yep.
So sad.
Any other surprises that we saw?
Not from the awards. There were a lot of surprise announcements, I would say.
Let's get to those then, because I agree with you. There were a lot of surprises. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to list everything, and we'll say stay or go. Okay?
Cool.
Okay.
So I'll start from the bottom and work my way up. So we got Fire Emblem Engage DLC.
I don't care. Fuck that.
Why?
I don't give a shit.
Just to say, we'll leave, but I don't like the idea of announcing DLC before the game's even out.
Exactly.
I don't like the idea of Fire Emblem, period.
Oh, Fire Emblem's great.
Fire Emblem's good.
I don't.
He's
I'm
just
not
a
a
hater.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's great. Yeah, come on, don't hate. But I don't think that you need to put DLC, as a Game Awards announcement. Just my opinion.
I mean,
my opinion, Nintendo.
I think you could have done it right, but I don't think this was the way to go. They were thinking. I think they were hoping that because it was DLC specifically for Three Houses, which everyone loves. They were like, "Oh, this would be great to show," which it was.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those are
it's
nonsense.
like Harry Potter claims. Okay,
we're gonna send you a copy of Three Houses.
Right.
You're gonna play. You're gonna spend 60 hours in the world. You're gonna love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I'll send you Midnight Suns. It's like the same thing. But
so 120 hours later, you'll be a new person.
Yeah.
If I wanted to play chess, I would just play chess.
This is like
wow.
Chess Plus claims, okay? It's Chess Plus.
It's Chess Plus, but everyone looks the same.
Marvel Chess.
Yeah.
You can't tell the difference between a knight and a rook. They're all blue.
But you won't be able to see Blade trying to get with Ms. Marvel. You won't see that.
That's true. You don't have.
They don't have.
There are no sex scenes in chess. That's a problem.
We know of, that we've discovered yet.
No. Exactly.
I mean, when you're
really trying to make this work.
You're like, there are actually some sex scenes.
Right.
Well, checkers, that's a sexy game.
Yeah. Speaking of no sex scenes, we got Call of the Mountain gameplay, Horizon Call of the Mountain, the VR title. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna leave.
Yeah,
that's good. Cool.
It was good.
I thought it was good too.
I also feel like it's we've seen enough of this game at this point. Just have it come out. Not many people are gonna get a PSVR 2, I feel like. So we'll see how it actually gets with reviews, but
only Ben will get a PSVR 2.
I just wish they came out with, other PSVR 2 games. Like have that shown instead of just the same thing over and over again.
Also, I'd like it if just VR games in general actually played like video games.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
So that would be nice.
Next, this is for me personally. Valiant Hearts is coming to mobile devices, and it's a sequel to the original Valiant Hearts. It's called Valiant Hearts: The Great War. I don't know if y'all remember this game. It's a really good indie title. I wasn't expecting to get a sequel to it like almost a decade later, but thank you, Netflix, for making that possible. In more bigger news, Dead Cell got Castlevania DLC, and that's coming in 2023 Q1.
That's cool.
Yes.
So I don't know if anybody. I know Cole likes that game. I don't know if anybody from here has played Dead Cells.
I literally have started playing the game this week because I got a Steam Deck. So I've been playing quite a bit of that game. Just like in my downtime. It's pretty easy to pick it up, put it down. Good roguelike. I definitely played better since but Dead Cells was one of the first good roguelites, and that kind of initiated all of the other ones, and so solid game. Excited for Castlevania, though. That is very cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Dead Cells on my Steam Deck too. It has not gotten the love that I think Cole feels it should get from me, but hopefully next in 2023 I change that. Next, Replaced. We saw a new trailer for Replaced, which is a retro futuristic platformer, and it's very atmospheric. I liked what I saw. Do y'all remember this?
Yes.
No.
Looked awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to get more of that. I'm sure we'll get more of it in 2023.
It reminds me of Signalis a little bit.
Little bit. Art style very similar to that.
Yeah.
I think it looks a little nicer than Signalis.
Yeah, for sure.
So definitely looking forward to that. After that, we had After Us, a quote unquote surreal platformer. And it's a game that is set on post-human Earth where players become the spirit of life. Y'all remember this one?
No.
It looked interesting, but it could easily be trash. So,
want to become the spirit of life? Just smoke some salvia, baby.
There we go. There we go. Of course, next Gearbox announced Remnant 2, which is, of course, a sequel to Remnant of the Ashes. I'm semi looking forward to this. I did not like Remnant of the Ashes when I played on Game Pass last year. But, hopefully they've learned all the mistakes. They learned from all the mistakes they had before, and hopefully the second one's even better. Is anybody excited for this one?
I am a huge fan of this game. I was a huge fan of the first game because I love third-person shooters and I love Dark Souls, and putting that together, it worked perfectly. And when they were showing the trailer, I was like, this looks a lot like Remnant, but better. And I hope it's Remnant, and it was, because it looked like they had like a lot more different enemy variety. They had like a little bit of magic in there. They were like switching it up there. So I am very excited for this game. I can't wait. It looked great.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Single player Magic first person shooter Immortals of Avenum revealed. I do remember seeing this one. This one actually looked pretty cool, but we don't have enough information to kind of, get super excited. Anybody remember this one?
Yeah, no. I remember it. It looked pretty cool. I think they said it was, who was developing this? Was it somebody? I forget. They were teaming up with someone.
Ascendant Studios.
Okay. And I forgot who they...
It's an EA original.
Okay, got ya. And I think they teamed up with It Takes Two Studios, is what they were saying, which surprised me, actually. But because it looked totally different from anything than that It Takes Two Studios has made before. It looks good. I'm not one for first-person shooters, but it looks like a great first-person shooter. We'll see. It was a nice surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too. Also, we got an announcement that Don't Nod and Focus Entertainment unveiled an action RPG called Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden. I thought this is interesting because Don't Nod, if I remember correctly, is
Life is Strange.
So they completely moved to a different genre. That works sometimes. A lot of times it doesn't work. So I'm hoping. I like what I saw at least, but obviously I take this with a grain of salt. That
bless you.
Had to sneeze. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. I take with a grain of salt, how good this trailer looked, and I'll have to see what the actual game looks like.
You got it. They actually before they made Life is Strange, they may remember
me. I played that.
That's what I'm thinking of, and it was bad. It was
bad. It was pretty. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah.
It wasn't.
But at the same time, that was 15 years ago, damn near. So hopefully within that time, they've learned a lot, played a lot of games since then,
right?
And hopefully Banishers is something a little different.
And I think also that the team that they're teaming up with is the people who were responsible for Vampire, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I think I know that game wasn't that great, but it wasn't bad. I know like it has its cult following.
It has a cult following,
right? Yeah. So I'm optimistic about this game. Like the concept sounds awesome. It kind of looks like a little bit of a Witcher is from what they showed. And it looks cool. I'm going to play it, I think.
Fair enough.
Transformers Reactivated is an online action game developed by Splash Damage. Never heard of them? I haven't played it. Good.
I hate Hasbro. They're not a good company.
But
they make money.
Damage. Did you see their stock price? They don't make money.
But do you like Transformers claims is the question.
No.
I don't either.
I'm a Chippendale Rescue Rangers sort of guy. Fuck the Transformers.
What if there was like some Chippendale like shape, like Transformers?
Well then I'm all in.
What are they? Weasels, right? What are they?
What?
I don't think they're weasels.
What are they?
Chipmunks.
Oh, whatever. Close enough. Weasels, chipmunks,
and
Weasel. I feel like weasel has a way more negative connotation. I feel like you know that too.
They're the same thing. Squirrels, weasels, chipmunks, same thing. Really,
they're all delicious.
Alfredo's goal was to gaslight all of the Chippendale fans out there, and he succeeded. But yeah, Transformers Reactivation is an online action game, which means I will definitively not play it. I will say though, the trailer did look cool, and when it revealed that, oh, that's Bumblebee, I was like, okay, that's actually super tough. But we all know the actual game is not going to look like that at
No.
all.
Hey, you
The
never
actual game
know.
is gonna
It
suck.
could turn
I
into
know.
a hit like that one Transformers game. I think Dark World or something like that. That's a good game.
Transformers Devastation is the best Transformers game ever made, bar none, and this will not surpass it.
There's someone somewhere on some gaming review website will say when this game comes out, 7 out of 10 stars. It's more than meets the eye, and that's as far as we can go.
I feel like you're gonna see a bunch of like 4 out of 10 stars saying it's what meets the eye.
Well, here's to hoping it can surprise.
Hopefully. And what did surprise was Forspoken demo being released on PlayStation Network on the night of the Game Awards.
Yes.
That was a shock. I shouldn't have been shocked though, because this is
Square Enix does
par
this.
for the course. Yeah, Square does this a lot. So
forever.
I when they did that, that made me even more excited for Forspoken, because that showed me like, okay, you do have some level of confidence in this game. Because you could have easily not done this.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like they do it for everything, because they even did it for Harvestella, right? Most recently, which sucks. That game sucks.
They didn't do it for Kingdom Hearts 3, and we know why.
That's because of Disney. But anything Square Enix,
Okay,
they'll give you a demo for it. And what's really great about it is that they actually listen to the feedback that they collect during the demos. Like, some pretty significant changes happen due to all of the demos that go out. So I feel like that's a great plus. I'm hoping some things in Forspoken will, improve because of that as well.
It's very good.
Baldur's Gate 3 release window announced. It's been in early access for more than 2 years. It will be released within around August of 2023. Stay or go?
Stay.
Stay. Yeah.
I'm
looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this game for like 2 freaking years, and it's still not. It's basically, if you guys don't know, it's D&D. It's a D&D game.
Yeah.
It's
the game a couple months ago. We were brainstorming a game with Ben on one of these podcasts about a D&D game. This is that.
Yeah.
This is the game we brainstormed.
Yeah.
2 years after they brainstormed it in secret.
And if you guys have not played Divinity Original Sin 1 or 2, you are doing a disservice to yourself.
I don't have anybody to play it with.
You can play it single player. It's not an online game naturally. You can play it co-op, but you can also play it by yourself. That's the joy of it. It's great.
Maybe that's just the excuse I'm using not to play it.
Hey,
but I have it on Xbox and I have it on Steam, so I might just
there you go.
Pull
just
the trigger.
bite the bullet. But yeah, I don't think they'll meet the August deadline. I think it'll get pushed again, just because it's such a huge game, especially for what they're trying to do. But I'm excited for it. It just needs to come out.
The Last of Us Part 1 and Returnal announced for PC. I feel like I've heard that Last of Us Part 1 was good. I feel like they said that before.
And Returnal. They definitely said Part 1. But I feel like they said Returnal. I feel
like Returnal was more rumored. I remember they said it was coming to PC.
Yeah.
But they made it seem like this was like the first time we heard it. And maybe I live in an alternate universe where they did announce it before. But I remember them saying that.
Yeah. Me too.
So I wasn't really excited when I saw that. But I will say they announced really early. Naughty Dog said that it's going to be Steam Deck convertible. So I'm very excited about that.
Okay.
So
they just won't shut up about re-releasing games. Yeah. And it's so annoying.
I will say though, I am excited to play Returnal on PC though. I am excited about that. Great game.
Great game. Lords of the Fallen, first gameplay revealed. Looked like a
Elden Ring game.
Yep. Basically. I'm sure it'll be fine. It looked better than the original Lords of Fallen. But that's not really saying much.
Is the only difference, I feel like I asked this before, because I was like, didn't this game already come out? And it's like the same title, but with an S or something? Like, what's going on?
It's with the.
Oh, okay.
It's like the Suicide Squad and Suicide Squad.
I got you.
Same thing.
You know what? That is literally exactly what it is.
Okay.
They probably saw that, like, oh, we could do that.
Well, that makes me excited though, because the Suicide Squad was a great movie.
It's better than Suicide Squad. Yeah. See, you have to have that D in there, or it's not good.
Exactly.
It's not a complete sentence without.
And let's be real, the trailer looked good. The first time they showed it.
How many good trailers have we seen? You know, it's like they had a show.
Yeah, they did. They
got a show. So we'll see.
Is it embarrassing for society that they can make us watch trailers and make it like a thing?
What do you mean?
They can get people to sit there and watch ads nowadays, and there's
excited for this ad.
There's no content; it's just ads for like 20 minutes.
But it looks so good, Clem.
Alfredo, you sicken me.
Well, you know what also sickens me is crime boss Raqqa City announced with the cringiest cast.
Yeah.
I think I might have ever seen video game, movie, TV. I'll list some of the names. You got Michael Madsen, which I love. That's a Tarantino. That's a Tarantino veteran right there. Chuck Norris, Danny Glover, Kim Basinger, Danny Trejo. I always mispronounce the name. Sorry, Danny. And Vanilla Ice. Now, this game came out in 1998. Maybe this would be a real compelling cast.
I think that's what they're shooting for, right?
I don't know.
And I think they de-aged everybody too. So it's just,
you just named some of the coolest people on Earth.
Yeah, I did. That's why I was like, wait a second.
I did, but the actual like dialogue that we were getting, I'm like, oh no. Like, you gotta have some sort of like you have to have a Tarantino there to balance something like that out.
Did you ever watch The Expendables?
I did. I've seen.
Yeah, it's like that. It's tongue in cheek, and they know what they're doing, and they're.
But this feels like it's trying to go for that like Grand Theft Auto level like humor.
Well,
but they're trying to use a lot more names because Grand Theft Auto is usually typically good to have like one celebrity like cameo.
Yeah,
you know, I remember. Yeah, like San Andreas had Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, like I think there was, I forgot who was in Vice City, but someone was in Vice City. I don't think just throwing celebrities in a game and like, what is this game going to be really?
Right. I think that's the problem I had. I couldn't tell from what they showed. Like, what is this game? Like, is it
a cooking simulator? Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Is it like a crime boss simulator? Like, is it like a sim game? Is it like a Grand Theft Auto clone?
They're like, no, look, but Danny Glover.
Yeah.
What's the game about? Look, Danny Trejo. Like that worries me.
Remember that was a meme.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm concerned.
I'm excited for them showing it off later, but I don't know what this game is. The concept of it sounds cool. Being a crime boss family like Grand Theft Auto, cool, I'm in. But what are we actually doing?
I predict 68 on Metacritic. Calling me here first.
I predict the game's actually going to be like Dwarf Fortress, and it's just like one line of code that's like incredible, and there's no graphics, and it's just weird text adventure, but you get voice acting from like Chuck Norris and Danny Trejo.
10 out of 10. Right there.
10 out of 10. They blasted their entire budget on hiring famous people.
Yeah. Worth it.
Yeah.
Hellboy is getting a stylish video game adaptation. Stay go.
I don't care.
We can go.
Yeah, we can go. I just want to say I love the art style and it looks cool.
I need to watch the trailer because I missed that. I'll watch it.
Bayonetta Origins, Syriza and the Lost Demon announced, which is a spin-off of the Bayonetta series with a new art style. And it's coming out March 17, 2023. We staying, we going?
I'm staying. I'm here for that.
I'm here for it too. I think it looked really cool. The only thing I didn't like is the 60. Like this game does not.
Though? It's Nintendo.
I'm not surprised, but I'm like, this game looks like a $10 game.
I'm didn't think it looked like a 10. I was like, okay, maybe like
that's not
20.
disrespect. It's just like, come on, like
maybe 30, maybe 30.
Yeah, 30 sounds good.
It looked like the equivalent of like, you know how
like Lost in Random.
Well, Bayonetta, it didn't. Lost in Random looks way better than this game. But this,
I'm doing what I'm saying. I agree with you. I'm saying like it's closer to that, you know, like in terms of that kind of art stuff.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I agree with you. Lost in Random doesn't go out of that.
I'm glad that a Nintendo franchise is getting actual attention because they refuse to make any games for Nintendo.
But this one seems to be, I'm not a Bayonetta player, so you guys let me know. This one seems to be like more geared toward children, right? Like Bayonetta.
No, it's rated M. It's rated M. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think this game's going to struggle to find an audience.
Yeah, because to me, as someone who hasn't played it, it looks like it's geared toward children.
Yeah, I didn't know it was rated M either. I think this is gonna struggle to find an audience because there's gonna be a lot of kids going to GameStop. Mommy, I want to play that game.
Let me get
Sorisa. It's rated M and it's about demons. Put it down and pick up FIFA.
But it's so cute. Well, you also have to remember that kids these days are playing with assault rifles, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they'll like it.
They're gonna pick up an assault rifle from one store and then Sorisa and the demon from the GameStop.
Like when I was a kid, you just got a lollipop after the dentist. Now you get an assault rifle and a rated M game. So
look, I will say though that this game does kind of look like my type of game, to be quite honest. But
it's cute. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah.
Go ahead and pre-order. Go ahead, put your money where your mouth is. Put the pre-order in right now. Tell us how it is.
The 60 scares me, okay? So I'm not gonna get it. But maybe if I play Bayonetta and actually like it, we'll see.
We shall see. Celeste Creators next game, Earthblade, gets a first look trailer. This is funny. Their name is Extremely Okay Games. I love that.
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be just fine, but. Are we staying or going?
I don't care.
It's fine.
Go.
Let's go.
I thought it was a little slow. When I saw that, I was like, "This is a little slow for not a roguelike, for a Metroidvania." Characters move a little slow for my life.
Yeah, that's fair.
A little bit.
Hope they speed it up. Warhammer 4000 Space Marines 2 gameplay revealed. Plot twist. I don't care. Does anybody care?
No, that game's for racists.
Wow.
What? You heard it here first.
Never seen. I didn't know the Space Marines won. So, I don't know.
Me either.
Crash Team Rumble is a new 4v4 multiplayer game coming in 2023. I don't know who asked for this.
I was about to say I'm kind of here for it.
My question is this going to cost money?
That's a great question, actually. Because if it doesn't,
I feel like
I'm in.
If you release this as a free to play, okay, I might play that.
Sure.
But if this is 60,
everything's 60 nowadays.
Hell,
it won't be 60, right? It'll be like 30 or 40 at the very least.
You know what?
If it was,
I'm gonna say with Thomas, it's gonna be $70.
Really?
I
feel like this will be good though. I think this will actually be good. I don't know what it is. If it's like, it seems like a team like, what are we doing? Capture the flag? Like, are we collecting Wampa fruit? From what it looked like, we were doing that. It looked like a good party game, a good time. So if it's free to play, I'm playing this game, and I think it's gonna be good.
If you asked me 3 years ago if Crash should be taken and back into the barn and, moved on to a better, existence, I would have said, yeah. I would have said, yeah, it's time to end. It's time to end Crash. It's time to be done.
Not even for like a new platformer. I was when they brought out the
mascot, I would have taken him. I would have taken him in the shed, and I'm the only person coming out.
So cruel. So cruel.
But look, the last game was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that last game was good enough to justify all these damn fucking spin-offs. I don't think it was that good. Like, it was good. Like, I'm not questioning it, but we don't need this.
Hey, I'm just saying,
and especially
better
the
games.
Look, Swole in the chat is saying like it's the equivalent. It might be the equivalent of Mario Party, and if it is, that could be great. PlayStation could use something like that. I mean, this will be multi-platform and everything, but
hell, this might just be. I mean, this might come to Game Pass at one point. So I mean, I think that would be good for that. I'll play it then, but
fair.
We'll cross that road when we get to it. What I will be playing, maybe not when it comes out, but Horizon Forbidden West, Burning Shores DLC announced exclusively for PlayStation 5 because where else would it be?
Right.
Well, I guess that means
it could be
it's
on
only
PS4.
for. Yeah, I thought, okay, that makes more sense then. Okay, I didn't realize. Oh, wow, so it's next gen only.
Yeah, which is exciting. I wasn't that surprised, or I was surprised when they announced DLC, but I wasn't that excited for it until they dropped the fact that it was going to be on PS5 only. And I think that is a little bit of what held the, Forbidden West a little bit back, but excited to see this one.
Yeah, I can't wait to experience that. April's a crazy month, so probably will not be playing it in April, but we'll be playing it eventually. Tekken 8 trailer confirms the return of a major character. I wouldn't know who that character is because I have never played a single Tekken game.
Wow.
Is anybody excited for Tekken 8?
Yeah.
I don't play that, but happy for your clams. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Hope you have a good time. We got another clip from the Super Mario Brothers movie, and it shows off Michael Keegan as Toad.
Was it everything you wished for?
I thought that the joke he was doing was very bad. Like I was like, where is this
on stage?
going?
You mean?
Yes, he's talking about caps. I was like, okay, yes, a cap is a mushroom cap, and also a cap can be a hat, and yes, Toad is a mushroom, so yes, his cap is a hat.
Him at live events is never funny. Like he does not have a good presence.
No,
live.
He's good when he was Obama's when he was Obama.
No, yeah. When he
was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Was that live?
That was probably him in his prime. Like when he was like Obama's like I forgot what he was supposed to be like his like he was basically expressing Obama's emotions. Like that was hilarious.
He was great. But like every time I've seen him like just do live stuff, he's always been like kind of he falls. He tries to do these cheesy jokes.
But the trailer the trailer was good.
Let's
all be there, right?
Let's all do. Yeah, I'm gonna see it, but let's see if we can do. Let's see. I want to see each of us see who can do a better Chris Pratt woohoo. Do the wahoo.
I don't even know what.
Wait, Chris are we imitating Chris Pratt's wahoo or Mario's wahoo?
Right.
Give me your best wahoo from Mario.
Okay. Hold on, let me practice.
All right.
Mute. Okay, I got it. Wahoo! Pretty good, right?
It was pretty good.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Not you doing research before you perform. What about you, Clams?
Let's see yours.
And that's pretty good.
Let's see yours, Clam.
Wahoo!
Go speed round.
Wahoo!
There you go.
That was okay.
That was okay. But
I was trying to be cheeky. I was trying to find a YouTube video of Mario doing the wahoo, and I was just gonna and I was just gonna
instead.
And I was gonna
mouth the word.
I was gonna, and you're like, be like, wow,
like, damn. Should have hired you.
So all this proves is let's give Chris Pratt a break. He's doing his best. It's hard to do Mario. They should have just left Steve Martinet voicing it, but they didn't. So whatever.
I'm not a fan, but
it's whatever.
We're gonna see it. It doesn't matter.
I'm not a fan of the guy who voiced Sonic in the Sonic movies, and those were fine.
What?
He was great. He was great. Come on. He was the guy from Parks and Rec. Come on. You're next gonna say Jim Carrey's not a good Robotnik.
Oh my God. You better not.
I wish my Reformed Orthodox rabbi Bill Clinton had played Dr. Eggman. That's it. That's all.
Wow.
Oh man. Well, we did get some Suicide Squad. We didn't get gameplay, but we got another trailer. and this one instead had Batman in it, and it confirmed that the late Kevin Conroy is going to voice Batman for the last time in this Rocksteady game. And I'm excited for that. I thought it was a little weird, like the way they implemented his voice for this.
Yeah, the trailer was a little. Yeah, I agree. Did they have a release date for this one? No, right?
It did have a release date on May 26, 2023.
Ooh. Okay, cool.
And I think this is going to be the date because this was originally announced for 2022.
Yep.
So I think this is going to be the date. I've been waiting for this game. Like, this game has been on my radar since they first announced it. I always looked at this one as the one I was waiting for, and Gotham Knights was always the window dressing. I think that Rocksteady's going to knock this out the park. I still don't know whether this takes place in the Arkham universe. I can't really tell. Because this Batman does not seem like the Batman we got in Arkham Knight.
Well, he's brain controlled.
I know, but the Batman in Arkham, like, I don't want to spoil Arkham Knight. But it's like the way Arkham Knight ends, it's like I don't know how this is the same Batman.
Right.
But we'll see when we get there. I think that I love Harley Quinn's. I don't know if y'all know, Harley Quinn's one of my favorite characters. Period.
So you're gonna
love Harley Quinn
when it comes out.
I mean, I don't know if that's how this game works. Like, that's the one problem with this,
isn't it?
We don't know. That's the problem I have with this game. We really don't know much about the game. I think we've only seen cinematics.
Yeah. No, we got gameplay. We got gameplay last year at the Game Awards.
I don't remember that. Like, and I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten gameplay, at the very least. So I'm hoping we see more. Because I'm getting worried it's going to get delayed again later in the year, especially because the early months are pretty hectic.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully we see
any indication, that was delayed out of the wazoo. So we'll see.
We shall see. Street Fighter 6 comes on June 2nd, 2023.
Looks cool.
Looks cool. Diablo 4 arrives June 2023 as well. Yes. Never played a Diablo game.
You better have an iPhone.
Aw. Is it? It's only on PC, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm gonna play it. Don't worry, guys. I'll have it covered.
It's gonna find its way on the Xbox at some point. It's gonna be on Xbox pretty soon.
The only thing I will say about this game is that if you guys have seen the different versions they already talk about all the different microtransactions that you will get if you order the special edition and all of that. So I'm a little worried for that, but we'll see. The gameplay actually looks good. So
gotta butter the bread.
Yep.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor trailer confirms March release. We're not stopping. Oh my God. This was perfect. Like, this was the perfect trailer for me. I've been looking forward to this game. I love Jedi Fallen Order. And I think they advanced the story in a very sizable way. Like, it's picking up 5 years afterwards. And I'm loving the vibe of this, like, this 5-year time skip. Because you really don't get that big of a time skip usually in a sequel, like a direct sequel. So I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know if anybody else was a fan of the original one, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Dark Souls, Star Wars, count me in. I was a little bit disappointed in the trailer just because it seemed like I wanted to see more worlds, I guess. And it really seemed like Cal was by himself, which I didn't like because the first game, basically no spoilers, but it builds up in this Mass Effect kind of way where you're not collecting people, but you're getting your crew, right? You're getting your crew, everyone's on the ship, and you're setting out to save the universe essentially. And this one focused more about, it was all about Cal and what he's doing with his little drone, and that's it. So I wish we had seen a little bit more of his actual crew, but I hope that the actual game will have that.
Well, we already know he's not going to save the universe. That's the
spoilers, Thomas. Spoilers
for all the Star Wars movies and media. But
I actually don't know where this takes place because I'm not a Star Wars nerd like you guys are. So I'm like, I don't know where exactly this is.
It's between episode 3 and episode 4. So the fact that there are more like this episode 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like he does not save the universe.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
The universe is in trouble for
a while.
It's been in trouble for like 30, 40 years now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Clams, any love for Star Wars at all?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Oh,
no,
that hurts.
He's been scarred, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Any love for Idris Elba though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
we got some Idris Elba. We got some Idris Elba coming in Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. This is the new gameplay trailer revealed. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting it. And he has the most Idris Elba name. They gave him the most Idris Elba name. Like Solomon Reed.
Oh wow. Wow.
Like that's perfect. I'm really looking forward to it. It's only on next gen, so I'm expecting the quality to be a little higher than what they originally shot for with the original release.
Sure.
I am excited. Like I'm excited that Cyberpunk's getting another bad at it. Please, for the love of God, they better not drop this. And it's a bug galore. It might. Never rule it out.
They left it open to be able to delay it because they just said in 2023. We don't know when, but whenever it's ready in 2023.
December 31st.
Right, exactly. And then even then, I feel like they will delay it because if it's not ready, because they learned. They got so much backlash and now they learned from their mistakes. So and now they got Idris Elba, so we're good.
Well, they had Keanu Reeves and they weren't good. So.
Yeah, but now they got both of them. So we'll see.
We shall see. What we also did see was Death Stranding 2 was officially announced. It's been rumored for a while. We had, what's his name? Walking Dead guy. Norman Reedus.
Enormous Reed.
Enormous Reedus. He basically said that there's a Death Stranding 2. I don't think he was supposed to say it when he said it.
I didn't expect to see it though. I forgot he said it, and I didn't expect to see it so soon.
And I have to say, look, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Y'all know who Future is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Future is one of my favorite artists, and my favorite Future album is called Dirty Sprite 2, which is DS2. So when I saw the DS2 pop up, I'm like, oh my God, this looks incredible. This initials just just means something like special to me. And I'm like, damn it, am I gonna have to play Death Stranding 1? I think I'm about to play
you haven't played it?
I played 10 hours of it.
Clams, have you played it?
I have.
You say it with regret, though.
I just wish Kojima was making what he wanted to make and not fucking nonsense bullshit.
So you did not like
What if he wants to make nonsense bullshit?
If he wants to make nonsense bullshit, do it in a funny way and make it Metal Gear Solid.
He can't.
Give him back the engine.
He should make a game.
The rights.
He should make a game called Solid Gear Metal.
He should.
Wow.
I just want Metal Gear Solid back. He is so pretentious, but in the right setting, that pretentiousness is so funny. But when it's not, it's just annoying. Just let him be funny, please. I can't take his pretentiousness anymore.
What if at the end of Death Stranding 2 we get a post-credit scene that somehow links the Metal Gear universe?
Big Boss comes out.
That'd be cool. That'd be
Revolver Ocelot.
Or the Zone of the Enders universe. Like something like he has what if he reveals all my games take place in one universe?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't even know at this point what he would do, but I just don't care about another Death Stranding. I just want another Metal Gear.
I was hoping that he was gonna announce something new, like a new project, like the rumored Xbox project. I was hoping he would do something like that, but alas, we get Death Stranding, which I played like an hour or an hour and a half of it, and I could not get into this walking simulator for the love of my life. I couldn't do it. So not excited about this, unfortunately, for me. But I know cult following. Like a lot of people love the first one.
Ben loves it. And also, what was interesting was he rewrote the game because he wrote the original treatment pre-COVID, and COVID forced him to change the script entirely. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what it's gonna be about. Well, I don't even know what the first one's about, so who knows?
It's gonna be about a pandemic,
right?
We're gonna be facing COVID. Like COVID's gonna be an actual character.
And what?
It's gonna be called Doof Kid.
It sounds like he wants to
take 91.
It sounds like though he wants to take a lighter approach to it because he was like, I don't want to predict like more futures or something like that. So maybe it'll be
I don't
more
know. That trailer seemed pretty dark.
It did.
I didn't get no like optimism out that trailer.
That's true. That's true.
But I am optimistic though about Ken Levine's next game, Judas. Gee, this is probably my game of the show.
Wait, who makes that game again?
Ken Levine.
Ken Levine from BioShock. And look, I love Ben. I love you, Ben. I love what you're working on, BioShock. Judas is looking like it's gonna be something special.
It looks good.
I have never been so taken aback by just a trailer, like really portraying the vibes of something so perfectly to me. Like that trailer was doing a lot of heavy lifting there, because it really did feel like almost like a collage of just madness, but it all seemed to like kind of share the same sensibility for me. I cannot wait till we see more.
It really felt, I don't know, to me it felt like more BioShock. They literally even had like the one hand being like the fire magic or whatever magical hand, and then the other hand was both hands magic or was one hand weapon. They had the one hand being like magical, just like, you know, regular BioShock. So I was like, okay, this seems like a really cool world. Seems like updated graphics for BioShock. I'm shocked this isn't a BioShock game, but you literally made it, so spiritual successor of sorts. Looks great.
Yeah.
And cool name. Great name.
Great. I'm shocked that name hasn't been used already.
Right, exactly.
But we also got, and this was one of the more shocking reveals, we got Hades 2 announced.
Yes.
I was good with Hades just being a one-off thing. Oh man. Like
I'm excited.
It made me I immediately went to Steam to go download Hades because I only played Hades 1 on Switch. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I need to replay this game. I love this game. This is going to be such, because this what we saw gameplay wise. I'm like, oh man, like I already see like little things. Like the combat looks even better somehow. I love the character designs. It looks like we're gonna get an even more different story, because I feel like even though Hades 1 I think is really good, I think the story is very basic.
Yeah, it's a little bit lacking.
Like I want to say lacking, but yeah,
I
get
get
what you're
enough
saying.
of it is what I mean.
Fair enough.
Like,
I could have spent
you know?
yeah, I could have spent 20 more hours in that story.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this game is going to give us that. Like, just it feels like it has story beats to it.
Can we talk about that trailer though? The trailer where it was just, you saw the outline. When did you know it was Hades 2? Was it when he had the little...
It was a sound effect. No, it was a sound effect that went off, and I knew. I forgot what it was, but it was like maybe the first 20 seconds. I was like, whoa, that's Hades.
I thought it was going to be just I knew it was Supermassive because I was like, oh, that's from Hades, so they're doing like an ode. Right? Yes, because Supergiant. Or Supermassive, one of the two. Supergiant.
I'm pretty sure Supergiant. Yeah. I think Supermassive's your boys.
Yes. The narrative, killing people games. Yeah. So Supergiant. I thought they were doing like an ode to all of their previous games with like Bastion, and because with the wizard fighting and with, you know, the little Halo, but then once the eye showed, I was like, oh, it's Hades 2. Makes sense because it's their money maker. It's like their big breakout hit, so of course they will want a sequel. And I'm not gonna complain about it, honestly.
Yeah, I think the character design for, I guess, his sister, I assume this is.
I don't know who it is, honestly.
I'm pretty sure because she referred to Hades as her father.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure this is his sister who we never met. I think her character design looks fucking dope. Like, I think that is a hell of a design. I am so excited to play this.
Yeah.
It's probably I'm not gonna play in early
out?
access. Early access starts 2023. I'm assuming it's gonna be a 2024 game.
Probably.
Which, I mean, hell,
just like
there's
Hades. It was in early access for so long before it actually came out.
Yeah, I'm assuming the early access period is gonna be a little shorter this time around.
Fingers
but
crossed.
Yeah, hoping for that. We got Final Fantasy 16 newest trailer. I don't think we need to talk about this song because it's
just come out with it.
It looks great.
Yeah.
You can only show me so much. I only have so much nut. I'm sorry. Like, I only have so much nut. Like, I want this game, but you don't gotta show it to me all this time. Just move up the release date because you're obviously ready. Just release it now. Just release it tomorrow.
It comes out in June, I believe. They announced an actual date. That's what we got. June 22nd.
I could have sworn they already had a date though.
No, they just said summer. So here we actually got the date.
Oh, gotcha. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for that. But yeah, the trailer, this is not the best trailer we've seen. At the same time, it's still a 9 out of 10 trailer. So
yeah, it's great.
Not going to complain. But yeah. But what I do want to talk about is this our last announcement. And questionably the biggest. From Software, after winning their award, then presented their trailer for their next game, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, which will be released next year.
It's a nonsense name.
Yeah, they really tapped into their Square Enix, didn't they? That is a Square Enix X name. Like,
Fires
oh my god,
of Rubicon. Wow, 6.
I think the Fires of Rubicon sounds cool. I don't think, like, why call it 6?
Is it? Like, is it not the 6 Armored Core? I don't play those games.
Yeah, but for the 10 fans who've played all 5 of those games, like, I feel like you just need to call it Armored Core Fires of Rubicon. Call it a day.
Yeah, so that it's successful.
You don't need. I feel like 6 is like you're alienating somebody there.
That's true, but what I will say is that you guys obviously caught, like, they were trying to connect it to Elden Ring because they were like, the cinders are burning, and they literally started with like the burning of like the tree.
Well, I think that it's. I
didn't know if it was marketing or if it was in the actual game. You know,
I think that I think their marketing has. They know what they're doing in terms of like Elden Ring is our biggest success ever. Mm-hmm. So, and obviously, like, we've made just this smorgasbord of great games in this style of this vagueness. And so if we're ever going to go back to Armored Core, it needs to kind of adapt that kind of marketing. And so I think, because it's like real, like, feed the fire,
right?
You know, it's like
exactly.
Like that is very
confused.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, because I was like, oh wait, Elden Ring DLC, like a new one, a spin-off, and then
Elden Core.
Yeah, and then we've got a bunch of these mechs running around, and I was real confused.
I asked y'all, do you think it's going to be what Armored Core was? Because I do remember, I had a cousin who played those games, and they look fine, but they always look very intimidating.
What
do you think it's going to be more like?
I don't know what these are.
They're mech games.
But are they RTS games, or are they just like Transformer games? Like, what are they?
They're more. I don't know. They are Transformer games. The thing is, why they're so good, or at least why people consider them so good, was their customability. Like, you can, it's like the sim. It's like a mech sim.
Okay.
Where you can customize every individual part. Like, a lot of people
like
who get into
ship.
Oh, don't say that. It's more like a Gundam. It's like Gundam. Like, a lot of people who collect Gundams and stuff, a lot of times they played Armored Core. Because it's kind of the similar in terms of how much you build your machine. You have different builds. And obviously, like, that is like where the roots of like Demon Souls and Dark Souls come from in terms of like configuring a build. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering whether it's going to have like Souls combat just with mechs.
I think it would fit though, because like when I think of mechs, like they're slow, they're like hard hitting slow. That's kind of like Souls kind of gameplay, right? Yeah. So it makes sense. Yeah. I could see it.
I just don't. I need to see gameplay because I can't even picture what this game's going to look like. Mm-hmm. Like, like, if is this going to speak like, or is any like, is somebody who, like, let's say every year, like, oh, the whoever From Software game came out this year is my game of the year. You know, there's a lot of those people. Is this going to be the game of the year next year?
No.
I don't think so, Clams.
People don't think of games like that. They're not like, oh, a From Software game. Most of the market
that when I was looking at the trailer.
Most people don't say that.
Yeah, I'm weird.
I will say that From Software drop in the trailer was pretty cold.
Yeah,
That was the first. And look, I respected the studio. That was the first time where their name felt like it had a lot of power behind it. That was like a Naughty Dog drop.
Yeah.
That was their best drop in a trailer, bar none.
Yep.
And I feel like that just shows how far they've elevated as a studio. So I'm kind of excited. I can't say I'm like fully down because I've never really been a mech guy. Never, even like anime wise, like I don't like mech animes like that.
You don't like Power Rangers, Thomas? You don't like
that is not a hold on. Boy, that is not an anime.
I'm just but Megazords, like mechs. They got a Megazord.
Look, okay, did I like Power Rangers when I was a kid? Yes, like of course. But I don't like Power Rangers now.
I'm just saying, go back, just revisit, because great show, guys, great show.
Well, maybe if From Software made a Power Rangers game, maybe I would be all there.
Please. Maybe they were there, yeah.
Yeah, there was. Do you remember that Power Rangers game that came out like a couple years ago?
The final one, right?
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. I played it on the cloud on Game Pass. It was pretty bad.
Me too.
Maybe From Software can do something with that. But they for sure killed the Game Awards, as did Sony Santa Monica. Good show overall. Great announcements. Great everything. I will say there's one game that was announced that I wanted to save for last. Did y'all see Party Animals?
Yes, I did.
Clans. This is a Clans game if I have ever seen one.
It's like Gang Beasts, right? But with like little animals instead.
I do like Gang Beasts.
You would love it.
And I will say the funniest joke from the Game Awards, in my opinion, was when they had Monster from the Muppets on.
Oh my god!
And they're like,
yeah,
and they're like, Monster, what kind of game would you make? No, his name's not Monster. His name's Animal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like they had Animal on,
Crossing.
and they're like, he's like Animal Crossing.
And then he was trying to get Hideo Kojima. that was good. I was very confused why he was there in the first place, but
if you can get the Muppets, you get the Muppets, Alfredo.
I guess.
Yeah. Alfredo, if the Muppets asked to be on the Dukes of Gaming, we're centering the whole hour and a half around the Muppets.
I guess I just didn't know what clout Sesame Street and the Muppets had.
What?
I didn't know.
Alfredo.
The Muppets are what really they're who really rules the country.
Look, I know Elmo's the hot shit. Okay, I'm down with that. I didn't know like just Sesame Street as a whole though. I didn't know that, but now I know.
Now you know.
Yeah,
it's a rabbit hole.
What? It's a rabbit. I guess to wrap it up, unless you had anything else, what would you give as a grade for Game Awards 2022, guys?
How are we grading? Are we grading A to F, 1 to 10?
I think A to F. Like let's go back to middle school. Let's give us a classic like A minus, all the minuses, the pluses, everything. It's on the board.
This thing was a Will Smith slap away from being an A, so I'll give it a B plus.
You needed the drama.
I needed. And look. I think that the Bill Clinton. I think that was close. It was this game. It was this award show attempt of being that. It didn't hit as hard as a slap for multiple reasons. But on a serious note, I think this is as good as a Game Awards can possibly get. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure they will put on better shows in the future, but as far as what we've seen from the Game Awards before, this was the best time I've had with them. You know, I was entertained the whole time, and I'm not really like I can watch an award show, but it's been a while since I actually watched one and actually was having a great time throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And usually when it comes to award shows, like I'll be watching with people. I ain't know nobody who's playing games who's trying to watch this thing with me.
Right.
So I was watching this thing like, basically by myself while I was like you know, with my family and everything, watching on my phone, and I still was having a good time with it. So,
Nice.
yeah, I think it's as good as it could possibly have been.
Okay, yeah, I think they did a really good job in this year, especially like not doing every single award, like getting someone on stage, making sure you announce it. They did a lot of like speed rounds for a lot of different categories, which I think helped with the flow of the show, and they were able to show like a lot of different types of games, and they looked really, really good. I would probably, I think I'm right there with you, but I think you said B plus, right? I think I would give them a solid B. And the reason why I would give them a B over like an A or a B plus is that they were missing the big hitters. Like they didn't have PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo present in just in terms of like anything that they were announcing. I don't count, you know, Returnal to PC, Last of Us to PC. They, you know, they had that of course, but they didn't have any big announcements or really any announcements when it came to the big three. And we know they're working on stuff, and those companies are really just hoarding those things for, you know, probably their own conferences and stuff, which is fine.
Yeah, but... like fuck Jeff Keighley.
basically. But yeah, I was just a little disappointed we didn't get any, you know, big drops from them. So that's what kept it from greatness for me. But that's solid fair. B. Great job. Had a great time as well.
Clams.
Okay, so I have to be honest. I have to give this Game Awards a C. And that C is in memory of C. Victor Reiser II. C. Victor Reiser II was the National Finance Co-Chair for Bill Clinton. He died in a plane crash along with his son and 3 others on July 30th, 1992, during a fishing trip. Conspiracy theorists believe, and they're right, that it was a National Transportation Safety Board that Bill Clinton killed him. Hillary Clinton backed him up on that 100%.
Clams. I've gotten an email.
Now,
I've gotten an email, Clams, from
Edward. So I don't want to bring in Jeffrey Epstein, but I will.
Okay.
And we don't even want to talk about Benghazi. Who wants to bring up Benghazi? But B comes before C. So if we're going to get into Benghazi, we have to get into Benghazi. So,
Alfredo, mute him. Alfredo, mute him now. Alfredo.
The unsolved
I can't mute him without you muting you as well.
We have to end the stream. Edward Snowden's reaching out to me and says we got to
Hillary Clinton arranged the death.
Okay, I'm muting both of you, and I'll wrap up the show myself. Keep going, Clams, because you're on video. Now, they can't hear you. I'm glad everyone enjoyed the show. Clams is just gonna keep on rambling, but he's still in my ear, but not in yours. You're welcome. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. Please catch us next week for another special episodes of the Dukes of Gaming, where we go over weekly video game news every single week. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. Things are happening in the backseat, but follow us everywhere. Thank you guys so much for following, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.